I had a chance to go out there, spend some time with Chris and Thomas last week, and just from a couple of those meetings, man, it's just opened up some really big distribution and associations, and pretty excited about it. So that's going to be a lot of fun to kind of give you guys some perspective on that, and because as I think as we get this thing moving in the new direction, guys, there's going to be lots of opportunities that this thing opens up for all of us. So it's just going to be fun. All right, let me see if Paul's on here. Paul's it working?
Yeah, I'm already recording.
Oh, does it work like that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I learn something every day from you. It's amazing.
Always here to help.
Well, that's good, man. Appreciate you taking care of this,
Y'all are freaking me out. Today's the 27th, right?
Yeah. Why?
Because the screen says the 26th.
On the screen it says 26th.
We're just giving you an update about yesterday, Reve. There's a lot of stuff that happened yesterday, and we just want to share with you yesterday's information.
It's old news.
When we get up today's
Oh, man.
All right.
All right, my furnace is running. I can talk now.
Well, we were hoping you were going to be busy with your furnace the whole time, actually. But that's good, though, Mark. I'm glad it worked, buddy.
Does this sound like I'm hanging up?
Oh. All right, guys. We're going to get this thing going here. So we got a lot to cover this morning, and so let me just walk you guys through a little bit of what we're going to talk about, obviously, today. I feel like there's been lots of great feedback and conversations and just a little bit of everything as we've really been kind of hammering this stuff out. So we've got kind of a full spectrum of massive kind of just thoughts and questions and marketing pieces being created, and at this stage I feel like I've got 17 different models of different graphic work that we're looking at. So we're going to show you some of this stuff today, guys, to bring everybody to speed. So before I jump in and really talk about that, I want to kind of share with you a couple different thoughts as we've been learning more about what's taking place. So the first thing is, guys, I think for many of us, and some of you guys have had no problem signing up merchants, okay, zero problems signing up merchants. And I know, Mark, I'll use you as an example, you're in the middle of some of your busiest times, you went out there and signed up, close to 40 merchants very quickly, all right? Now, granted, Mark lives in a 40-person town, so he knows everybody, so it's kind of easy for him to do it. But that being said, that is a dynamic because of Mark has a lot of strong relationships. He was able to go out and do that. Some of you guys are still struggling. Some of you don't have time to do it right now. Some of you are definitely have struggled, and I'll put this in kind of my perspective here in what we're doing in Denver. It's been really challenging at different times with Eric and even with my wife to go out and get these merchants. And honestly, guys, I feel like, as David and I have talked back and forth, one of the key successes for Rhonda, it was really simple for Rhonda. All right, it's different than you and I have. All right, here's Mitch. You got Carly out there and Lisa out there. They don't have anything. My wife has nothing. Okay, and there's no schools here. We have zero. Okay, and that being said, we kind of went in and said, hey, let's talk about, we can come in and we're trying to get you on here and we're going to talk about employee benefits and all these great things. Okay, at the end of the day, guys, I just don't think that was the best script or the best idea. And I think as we've processed this more, what we started implementing, and my wife just went out this week with a different script, and immediately, signed, a couple people on immediately. That first, the first presentation, they're ready to go right there. It made sense. Let's do it. The second aspect was, she got 5 to 6 yeses. Come back. We love it. We want to support. Blah blah blah. And the shift, guys, that we made was this simple shift. I gave her a discount card. All right, so I had a couple of discount cards that David gave me in the past, and you guys have a discount card in your areas, and if you don't, we're going to get David's coming out to spend Monday and Tuesday with me, and so he's going to bring us some cards, and what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to send you guys some sample cards, all right? But I'm going to tell you this is the shift. So instead of my wife walking in, I'll use my wife or I'll use Eric, they would walk in before and sit there kind of, you know, try to get the meeting. They would literally come in and say, hey, I'd love to tell you about our program, and they kind of lead with their mobile app, all right? And if you think about it, it's a little foreign for that customer, but then she goes in and explains how we work with local businesses, we work with schools and nonprofits, and we'd like you to be on this entire deal. Okay, so it's more of that type of sales approach, and you guys know we went down that path. Here's the approach she did. I had her do two things. I said, walk in the door and literally hold out the discount card. So I'm there in front of the person. I said, hey, I know you've seen these cards, and I'm sure you've participated in the past. Okay, and every one of those people knew exactly what those cards looked like. Okay, we've all bought them. And the script that she used, because she has no schools, okay, that she's working with, she just went in with a very assumptive close. Chris, you're going to like, you know, taking some lessons from Keith. The assumptive close was this. We work with a lot of schools in this local area, just like this, you know, you've seen these local cards. What we do is we put your business on the back and you help donate. We drive traffic to you. And this is how you help support the local schools, right? We work with the local fundraising companies. We're working with all the schools in this local area to basically provide this type of service. The difference, we are moving forward, instead of the local cards, which we're still doing, we're moving every one of our merchants to the mobile app. And this is the reason. With sports being as competitive as they are today, we're finding that, you know, we work with the schools down in Colorado Springs. We work with the schools up in Greeley. And guys, all I'm trying to do is draw their attention to all the surrounding areas. Well, guess what? As the schools come in and the sports programs come in locally, the parents are coming to a brand new town, right? And because they've been doing fundraising, they've been trained to look at their mobile phone or the local discount card, and we just go down that path. So my conversation is, what my wife did was completely talk about nothing but schools and fundraising, and that was it. She did not bring up employee benefits. She didn't talk about working with businesses around the local area. It was, hey guys, we work with schools and nonprofits, and this is what everybody's been doing. We're moving all of our merchants to this. Would you like to be on our platform with the local schools?
Brad,
Okay? Yep.
Brad, can I interject something here? This is Mark.
Yep, absolutely.
You said exactly how I have signed up 40 businesses. I have 9 schools on fundraising sites already up here. You know,
Yep.
I go in there and say, just like you just said, I said, you know, I'm here to help build more value to the site here and stuff and that for the fundraising sites for all the schools here. And you know, we're going to drive more eyeballs and everything to the fundraising sites for the schools and that, and we want you to participate. It's all free, boom, boom. I do exactly what you just said, and that's how I got 40 merchants.
Yeah, guys, this works. Like, I'm not kidding you. My wife came back after the first day of doing that and said, either I just got a completely batch of people that were totally interested, or the script really did completely change the culture, the mindset. And guess what? As she walked in, literally everybody, the light switch went on and said, oh, we totally support schools. And that's how she led. So, Mark, I appreciate you saying that, because, guys, I'm telling you, that's what you have to change. And it's working, okay? And obviously it's worked for Mark. That was one of the key leverage points he utilized. So I just think there's a way for you guys to communicate this, right? That you don't have to come out and say, I'm working with this specific school. We work with all the schools around here, you know, and you know the schools, right? So I just think there's a way for us to communicate this in such a way that drives that. Just like David, you know, Rhonda went out and she had these merchants. It was really simple. okay? The fundraising guys, I'll give you an example of Bill, all right? One of his guys he hired, Shane, he took all, and guys, for the most part, the fundraising guys have never had mobile, right? David was one of the first ones to start getting the mobile on because of the strategy that we're working on. The reality is, Bill said, hey, I'm going to start building my area up in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. In the last 2 weeks, Shane has signed up 60 plus local merchants with this entire pitch. Okay, number one, Bill already had the relationship with these merchants, but here's a brand new guy walking in, and that's all he did. He goes, hey, you've been on our card for the last 10 years. There's a lot of opportunity because of those relationships. And guys, I'm just telling you what we saw and talking with David and talking with Bill. We just need to make this shift. So, Mitch, that's one way we can get Lisa and Carly on that all day.
Exactly. Are you, with the card, the sample card that you have, does it have one or two of the schools, or like the football team?
No.
The sample card doesn't really point to one school as an example to start with then?
Yeah, because all she's doing is she's just showing the card. Everybody knows what it is. It's not like the guy's grabbing the card and looking at it going, oh, I wasn't on this, right? All we're doing is just drawing a reference point of saying, listen, this is what all the schools have been using in this area, all right? And we work with those same fundraisers and those same schools to basically put your business now on the card. Here's the challenge, right? In the past, Mr. Business, we've only had 20 spots, 15 spots available. What we've been doing is moving all the local businesses so that more businesses can support, because one of our challenges, right, has been we've got so many businesses that want to participate, because guess what? I know you want to give back, but here's the other thing. You want that business coming into your doors. Well, before, we only had the ability to work with 15 or 20 of you, okay? Well, guess what? Now we want to work with hundreds of you, and it gives the consumer more exposure, because when he buys this card or buys our mobile app, what happens? That's how we drive money back to the schools, and it's a really simple conversation, guys. So I just think you're going to have more success, so I just wanted to bring that up, okay? And we can have more conversations with that. The second thing I wanted to bring up was we've had Gina out signing up employee loyalty programs literally for the last week and a half. I think she signed up 8 to 10 of them so far. Guys, I'm telling you, she has, it's more work. Just understand, guys, it's going to take you 30 to 45 minutes for every business. But I will tell you the results have been unbelievable. The engagement level with the business owner, because when we let out, when you came in the door the very first time, you said you were focused on the mobile, that's all you really exposed. You did not spend any time telling about how our program works or any of that stuff. And so when you come back in and you're walking these people through the website, these people are going, I cannot believe how powerful of a program this is. So the first thing that's happened in these 10 clients that she's gone back, I'm not kidding you, she has come back to me and said, Brad, this is so big. People are so excited about participating. They can't believe how incredible the program is. Like, it really does have all the online shopping. You can see the local deals being built, all these incredible merchants. They're excited about it. So I just want to tell you guys, I know Mark has got a story as well that he's done the exact same thing. He's gotten feedback. The employees have actually thanked the employee for doing this. Guys, you're going to absolutely love, I think, the response that we're going to have as we move things forward.
Hey, Brad.
So, yep.
Could I throw one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talked to one of my restaurants yesterday, set them up on an ELP. They have 30 employees. And he said to me, he says, I'd like to get all the employees on here, but I just don't have time to sit here and do that and everything. Can you give me a page or something to hand out to my employees to put all their information out? So I just went to the add employee on the ELP page and printed it out, and I'm going to drop it off, and he's going to have all the employees fill in, and I'll help him input them in.
It's huge. Guys, and I think these are the things that we need to figure out. We need to figure out if that's the best way to invite. Maybe it's a different process where we give every one of the employees a link. Does that make sense? That they can just go online and fill it out. Mobile. I mean, guys, the more we get you guys out there, okay, remember, we're in beta number 1, version 1 with this ELP. The more feedback we get from all of you guys, 3 months from now, we might have 3 different processes to sign up those employees, okay? And that's what we realize we've got to create. What are these employees talking? So Mark, just like you said, hey, I got 30 employees. I don't have time to do this. So Mark wants to build his area, so what is Mark going to do? Well, shoot, I'll go in there and create it for you. Not a big deal, So I think those are some things that we're going to work through. We're going to continue to work on some pieces that Mark can walk into the business owner and say, hey, here's, hand this out to all your employees, all that type of stuff, guys. So I'm just telling you, I'm excited that we've had some interaction so far, and the interaction has been fantastic. And some of the feedback has been as well that says, this is great. I don't think my employees will use it. We've had a couple of people say that. But the challenge with that, guys, I would tell you, I think is getting that business owner, that manager to understand what this is. And frankly, the businesses that we've had exposure to right now have just been the restaurants. Okay, so I just want you guys to know good stuff is happening, just like Mark is experiencing, you guys are going to experience as you get that program out there and get that going. Okay, any questions on that, guys? Just a couple updates. Second thing we want to talk about is, guys, really appreciate all the comments and feedback. I feel like we got people literally giving us really critical feedback, spelling, grammar. So we've got a lot of those changes. We'll probably get those a last set of revisions out to everybody next week. We've got tons of feedback on the website. Ken's wife, Catherine, has been incredible, taking that, doing a great job for us, kind of really critiquing every little thing, guys. And Dino, as always, man, appreciate your feedback and your comments. A couple of you guys really went into the training site and were really honest and really critical about how to make that thing better. Guys, that's exactly what we need, all right? So, Reve, I appreciate you taking the time to go through all the different stuff on the training site and critique it and say, hey, Brad, this is what we need to do. So, guys, that is what I'm after, and I need your guys' help, all right? And some of you guys are taking that and really taking ownership of it, and I just want to tell you how much we appreciate it. Paul gets another revision back from Kathy. He's like, Brad, I'm going to pull my hair out. At the same time, he's thankful, going, you know what, I'm so glad somebody else is critiquing this, that we don't put something out that has the misspellings that we do, or it all doesn't make sense. So I'm just telling you guys, thank you for doing that. We are in the middle of everything that's happening. You guys are an extension to make this work. So I need you guys to understand how much we appreciate that. All right, we need it and appreciate it. Okay. Here's the thing that we're going to talk about today. Okay. We are going to tweak the model in a couple ways that are very significant from the way we've been communicating for the last couple months. And I'm going to tell you some reasons why, and I'm going to tell you some selling dynamics that I think we would have been very challenged to go out into the marketplace with some of the models that we have in place. So what I'm going to do today, all right, I don't have this all wired in the relationship of us putting it on paper right now. So what I want to do, okay, as painful as this is going to be, we've got to get everybody on the same page of where we're going and the reasons why we're going to make some of these shifts. Because, guys, I'm telling you, the shifts are going to be more aligned with the marketing distribution that's already out there in the marketplace. And those marketing shifts are going to actually create more selling opportunity for all of us. And the long term of this, guys, the long term of these changes are going to affect the incomes that we're going to all be able to make in a much different way. So I need to walk you guys through this step by step so that you guys understand some of the shifts that we're going to make and then I'm going to take you guys through some of the marketing pieces that you guys will start understanding it as we tie it all together. You guys, everybody have some coffee ready to go?
Let's do it.
Love it. Dino, don't be shaking your head right now, okay? This is all good. All right, here we go, guys. So here's the thing, all right? So these are some of the things that, for me, I've been wrestling with, all right? And I've had some conversations with some of you, okay, about these things. So I'm going to put it down on paper so we can all look at it and say, okay, we are telling people we are here to build a local community, correct? That's what we've been telling on the website of NEXX. We're out there, my wife is out there, Gina's out there, you guys are out there saying, listen, we're here to build a local community, all right? But one of the challenges with that is with the exclusivity model that we were talking about was, hey, that's fantastic, but we're only going to work with 3 businesses in each category, the exclusivity, okay? Well, how are we going to build the local community when we only work with 3 dentists when there's 100 of them? What about the other 97 real estate professionals, the other 97 dentists? What do we do with those people? Have any of you guys been processing or wrestling with that? If the model that we've had, we'll take the restaurants, we'll take all the ones we want, but now we go into this exclusivity model and basically say, hey guys, the heck with the other 97 real estate professionals, we're not interested in you. Have any of you guys processed that, wrestled with that?
Because you've got people, the problem I have down here in the metro area is you make it 3 or whatever, and you've really got to tie it to a zip code, but you've got landscaping companies and pool cleaning companies and plumbers and electricians. They go valley-wide. They're all over the place.
Yep. No question. All right? No question about it. And guys, this dynamic, you know, if I'm just looking at that zip code and there's 100 real estate people in that zip code, in a town of 20,000 people in a zip code, I can only work with 3. So the other 97, those people are out. Does that make sense? And it's great for the 3, but think about the revenue stream potentially for you and I. How could we tap into those other 97 businesses? Okay, so I just sharing a little bit some of these concerns, all right? The other challenge, I feel like some of you, all right, and we got all spectrums here, right? We got all spectrums with all of you guys, right? Some of you guys are phenomenal salespeople. Some of you guys have massive relationships, okay? So the challenge with this is I believe the model we are creating is going to be difficult for certain reps to create, all right? So the model that we are going to say is I walk into the business and it was just a value proposition. Hey, do you want to participate? No, you don't. I'm moving on to the next one, okay? It doesn't feel great as we're trying to build a local community, all right? I feel like we're putting ourselves in a position where you're only going to have the guys and gals that will be successful are the people that are super connected in their local community. And that still might be our best bet, correct? That still might be our best opportunity is you want to go find the people in that local community that have already got the established relationships. That's the easy laydown, all right? But we might have a rep in a certain area that doesn't have, all right, doesn't have all the connections. It is going to, hasn't been part of the chamber forever, and we still need to create a model that will work for that rep in that particular area, okay? So I'm just telling you some of these challenges and some of the relationships that we're looking at, okay? You know, the other challenge that I feel like we were truly limiting the reps, the ability for them to get more and more exposure in this stuff. How do I build myself more in the community when I'm limiting myself to a certain degree might be really challenging, okay? How do I get more market penetration, okay? And if I create more opportunity, it's going to give me a lot of different dynamics. So we're going to walk through a model, guys, today that we're still going to incorporate this exclusivity, but I wanted to change it in your mind that says, just like Google. So what I want to do is I want to draw you guys to a Google screen, okay? And everybody knows this, all right? Let me just do this. All right, so let's do this really quick and just kind of point this direction. So here's Google, correct? I typed in life insurance, and the reason I'm saying life insurance is it's, you know, a click term. When I click on this life insurance quote right there, that is that right there, you know, is a $30 click right there. When I click on that, if I click on that for select quote, that costs $30 to be in that position. Okay, these quotes over here, okay, where you've seen all these right here, these are anywhere from $15 to $20 right there, all the way down to these getting down to about $7, $8 a click. Okay, do you guys know where the free quotes, the natural search starts? The natural search starts right here. This right here. So these first three ads right here, okay, those are all paid advertisers. Everything on the right-hand side is paid advertisers, and everything underneath here, all the way down, okay, is that mindset. Okay, everywhere down, as I scroll down this page, these are all free clicks. Okay, and the businesses that show up are all based upon relevancy and search engine optimization to have a lot of keywords that Google's algorithm basically determines how you show up here. Okay, so what we're trying to do is say, guys, I think there's a way for us to market this in the local community where we can work with more businesses and work with the businesses that want to pay extra to get a greater exposure opportunity. The same thing with Yellow Pages, the same page with any online directory. We all know that the top positions, they pay more, they spend more, and we want to kind of create the same model instead of us isolating ourselves and saying, hey, out of the 100 dentists that are in that area, we're only going to work with 3 of you. We want an opportunity to work with more. Is that making sense, guys, so far?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds smart.
Yep.
All right, so let's walk through this. Right now, we are going to come to market with 3 platforms. We all know how the nonprofit platform works. Our schools, the sports program, the churches, big nonprofits, associations. We've been working and building this employee loyalty program, and then we've been talking about a community partner program, but what we're going to end up doing is we're not settled on the name yet if we say customer loyalty program or community partner. If you had your choice, if you had 2 words there, customer loyalty program or a community partner program, which one would you see more value in from a name standpoint?
I think community partner, personally.
Okay.
Well, that's not
I
Oh,
personally, yeah, I'm in agreement with that. I like the community partner. It's a buy-in to your community, your local area.
Love it. Okay.
Partner. Community partner, Brad.
Okay. Good. So guess what? That makes it really simple. We're going to call him a community partner. All right. Paul, you lose. I don't know what you were thinking.
Sorry, Paul.
But that's I just listened to Paul half the time, guys. So there you have it.
Loser.
Hey, sorry
All
guys,
right.
I'm catching a wave. I'll be right back.
All right. So we'll modify that. We'll keep with the community partner program, all right, as we move forward. So let me explain to you what we've been working on, okay? So let's talk about what you and I have been working on, talking about for the last 2 months. Here you guys are. Here we all are. We go out into the local community, and our goal is to go get a local offer, okay? So we were going to restaurants, special attractions, bowling alleys, car washes, oil change, any business that would add value to our area. You guys all tracking? We good with that? That's what we've been teaching all of us, correct? Hey, go do this. Let's go get offers from these people. As soon as you get 20 to 30 merchants, you go back and we'll enroll all these people into the employee loyalty program. That's what Gina's been doing, what Rhonda's been doing, what Mark has been doing. And then as soon as we go back into these areas, when we have the 20 to 30, we turn around and we give every one of these guys gold memberships to their employees for free. And the reason we were giving gold memberships is because we can't give away a gold membership if it has access on it, because there's our cost. Everybody tracking? This all sound familiar?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So the reason we were going here, go get 20, 30, now you've got these customers that we can go back and we can give all of them gold, all right, for this entire program. Okay. So that's what we've been focused on. So I want to move us to a different direction. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. And this is a perfect example of David has been challenged by this model, right? Good and bad, because ultimately he would tell you, he's like, Brad, I've invested a lot of time and money to build my territory. And in reality, I've got 200 of these deals. I've got a product right now that I'm selling easily for $30 to $40 in the fundraising world. Why would I want to go into 200 businesses with 20 businesses, okay, which is 2,000, 4,000 people, and give this entire program away for free? Honestly, it doesn't feel good to me. Does that make sense? Because I just missed out on a lot of people having what? An opportunity for them to upgrade, pay more, or the business owner to pay more, so that I could go generate some revenue from that. Okay? As we've been, yeah, all right. As we've been talking about that's a particular challenge, correct? I spent a lot of time building this out, and then I'm going to go give this away to everybody for free. So I'm going to challenge you guys to think about what we're getting ready to do. So I'm going to use David as our example. What David's going to do now, okay, is David's going to take his 200 merchants that him and Ron have built. And what David's going to do is he's going to give away, he's going to default in the system that these 20 businesses out of the 200, I'm going to take 10% of my database, and I'm going to make all of them what's called a silver membership, a silver merchant, right? And so what David's going to be able to do is he's going to go into his database and choose out of the 200, I'm going to make 20 of them available, so that if anybody is a silver member in that community, if I was a silver member in Arizona and I went to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I'm a silver member, guess what? I'm going to have access to those 20 merchants. Okay? I'm going to have access to those 20 merchants. I don't get access to the other 180 unless what? I upgrade to gold, or my employer upgrades me to gold. You guys tracking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we're going to create, I need to give you guys all the tools in your local area for you guys to be successful, correct? Right now we've all talked about, listen, if we define this thing today, it's so rigid that it works for Thomas, but it doesn't work for Ken, we failed. All right? So the model that we're creating is an opportunity for you to build this out, and you're going to have a lot of latitude in your area to do a bunch of different things so that we can test this out. Because, guys, I don't know what's going to work. I don't know what's going to work in Ken's area. I don't know what's going to work in Dino's area. I sure as heck don't know what's going to work in Mark's area. As we all build this over the next 2 months, the next 90 days, the next 6 months, we're going to have a very definitive idea in the future of what that's going to look like. And based upon all those results in the future that we're going to experiment, we'll be able to hone this thing in some greater ways in the future. But for now, you don't want to be limited, and I don't want you to be limited. I don't want David, because, guys, that's the way we built that employee loyalty program was what? All your merchants, David, I'm going to make them all gold, and guess what? Too bad. Because honestly, that's the only way we built it, and so unfortunately, bro, you're going to miss out on a lot of revenue on this 4,000, but it's for the good, the greater good, right? So yes, and David's like, Brad, I'm in, no worries, right? But I think down the road, it would be create a better opportunity if I can give everybody a taste of this, and because the product is so good, and because being a gold member with all the stuff that we're going to be building into the site, guys, you know, that's a no-brainer for a person to upgrade. Okay, so is everybody tracking with the concept and the mindset of where we want to take this?
So, Brad, one question. When you say silver now, are you basically saying silver is the merchants that we bring on, including access, so they're getting a blend until they upgrade to gold, and then only get the merchants that we brought on in our local area?
Yeah, so let me walk through that.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to use, guys, Mitch's area, okay? Mitch has got, you know, they got right now, Mitch started and he had 0 merchants in Petaluma, all right? Lisa and Carly have got 15 to 20 right now merchants. And then what Mitch has in that area is all of access, okay? He's got all of access in that area if a person upgrades to a gold membership. But right now, Mitch has nobody except those 15 to 20 that they've built. So the mindset that we're going to have, Mitch, is you're going to take those 10 to 15 people, and we're going to make them all available to get. So think about the offer, guys. That restaurant says, hey, I will give you the buy one, get one free. We're going to take that offer, and we're going to make that offer available for a silver member, and we're going to make it available for a gold member. Does that make sense?
Okay, so the ones we created step down to the silver and the gold now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I'm a gold member, I'm going to get those, as well as all the. So we're going to get all of those merchants if I'm a silver, and I'm going to get them if I'm a gold. It won't really matter, okay, what that looks like. Now, as you continue to build that area and you go from 15 to 100, guess what? The other 85 that you put on, or 80 that you put on, guess what? You'll make those all gold. That creates a more attractive value for your customers. So when they get in, they can look at 10 to 15 deals and go, oh, that's cool. But they see another category in there that says, hey, to see more or to get access to another 100 or 200, all right, you must be a gold member to participate in that. Okay?
Hey, Brad.
Gotta love the fear of loss.
That's exactly. Yep, go ahead.
I was going over this with my wife last night, and you know, she's obviously, I throw a lot of things across her. She's pretty smart on the end of the consumer. And one of the things that she did say is like, okay, you know, those 10 deals or those 20 deals that you're offering for the silver membership, are they going to be able to see all of the other deals that you have? So like,
Yes.
you know, they're really able to use, here's the 20 that we're going to feature on the product that we're going to put in their hands or whatever. But when they activate and they go on to that app, will they be able to see, okay, all the 150 other places that we have, and then of course we want them to go and try and use those, and they can't. So it's like, okay, how do I get those? Right?
Yep, absolutely. And guys, that will be very, it'll be very, again, we want to sell, correct? So that's exactly it, David. So yes, they will be able to see the ones that they have access to, but guess what? They'll be able to see all of the gold merchants, but they will know they can't have them. So we're looking at a couple different ways to display that. So over the next week, we'll be showing you guys a couple different models of how we will do that effectively.
Hey, Brad.
Brad, can you also do some sort of a drip system that isolates the silver members and drips an email to them once a month or something that says, hey, this is a gold deal. You got to upgrade to gold to get it. Is that kind of a thing that would be valuable?
Yeah, so we will have the drip system completely a different track for a gold, a different track for a silver, and Ray, absolutely, we want to be able to create a marketing piece that would explain, here's the value when you upgrade to silver or upgrade to gold. So 100% agree with you.
Hey, Brad, maybe on all the offers, it shows all the offers, but you put like a silver button and a gold button, and the silver can only activate the silver button, and if they try to click on the gold, it won't do it.
Yep.
Guys, and then they know they got to upgrade to get that deal.
Exactly. So you guys will see a couple different, we have multiple ideas and thoughts that we're working with the designers on and the programmers to figure out multiple ways to look at this. So the truth is we want, and let's be honest guys, you want that business, you want that customer to see all of the options. We don't want to hide it. We don't want it to make it difficult for them to click on. We want to make it super easy. So we'll be sharing with you guys a couple different versions of what that will look like, and based upon feedback, we'll create a model that we'll launch out with. Okay? Does that make sense? So I totally agree with you guys.
But let me ask you this though, Brad. You said you built the ELP, the current ELP programmed only for golds. So you're working on something else to access silver in a current ELP or a ELP 2.0 or something or what?
Yep. So let me walk you guys through what's happening. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to tell you right now, guys, starting next week, you're not going to have access to the ELP program probably for another week. Okay? We are making modifications on the entire process. What we don't want to do is we want to give you guys a ton of control. So let me walk you through kind of the steps and the logic where we're going, and then I'm going to show you some of the programming that we are making to make this unbelievably easy for every one of you guys to implement this. Because what you don't want, nor do I, is to make this thing difficult for any of us to explain, nor to make a rep that he's got to go through 17 hoops and remember 17 different passwords to create this. So we've kind of went back to the drawing board and rebuilt a way that I think you guys are absolutely going to love it, because it's a really simple model. Okay, so I want to walk through this, and I want you guys to stop me. Okay, if we get stuck, this is what we've been focused on. Okay, this model right here. Here's where we're going. Oh, before, let me just explain this really quick. We were going to, so imagine, correct, we were here, and this is what we're going to do. So as soon as I got this ready, we were going to now go back in, and we're going to go back to their community partner model, okay, and sell exclusivity, okay? And let me walk you through a couple things that we've been wrestling with, or challenged by, all right? Guys, when you walk into a dentist, okay, when you walk into a dentist, and I walked right into the dentist's office, what's the odds of you being able to get a hold of him and sit down and talk with him the day you walk in?
Slim.
Yeah. Do you think you have any shot of sitting down with that dentist or a chiropractor or an attorney or an insurance salesman or a real estate on your first visit with that person if you just walked in and cold called? And the answer is no, okay? And so one of the challenges we're talking about is when I have our CPP model with exclusivity, I'm walking into that business, right? I'm walking into the desk, I'm dropping by, and I'm saying, hey, Susie, hi, my name is Brad. Let me tell you about our incredible program. I'd love to get 10 to 15 minutes with your business owner, Dr. Smith, and tell him about the program. And she's going to look at you and go, he's in surgery right now. He's doing this. Tell me who it is and leave this off, blah, 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 okay? So part of that, everybody knows when I'm walking in the door Okay, I'm trying to sell them something. So I'm going to come back to this point in a little bit, okay? But that's a big issue. The other challenge with our model was a yes or no option. Mr. Business Owner, if you don't say yes today, all right, I'm walking to my neighbor, and if he says yes, you're out. Okay, there was no in-between option, okay, with our CPP model, okay? This model also became very challenging if you didn't have a bunch of relationships in your local area. So if I had a relationship with the dentist and I can get in the door, man, this is going to create a great opportunity for me, okay? But if I don't have relationships, this is going to be a tough model to get into, and a lot of cold calling, a lot of follow-up work, which guess what, guys? If you want to go build a $100,000 income or $200,000 income, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to work your butt off to make that reality. So that's part of it. So part of what we want to do is we're going to shift the model, and we're going to do everything from this with the entire concept of reciprocity. That's where we're going to go and how we're going to differentiate ourselves within the community, guys. So let me walk you through the model so that we all get this, and then we'll go into a couple different dynamics. All right. So the new model is going to be this. Okay, guys, for you to be successful, I'm going to tell you the best thing that you have got to do is go get your 10 to 15 local merchants. That's really what you got to do. Okay, I'm still a believer because right now I'm going to take, if Marion went out right now and had nobody on that silver, when that merchant got silver, all right, or the person got a silver membership in this little area, and she goes there to the local deals, she clicks on their restaurants, and there's not one in there as a silver member. And the only option she had was buy gold to get all these incredible deals. Is that very attractive to her? And the answer is no. Okay? So I want you guys to realize if you're working in an area in Petaluma, guys, go get your 10 to 15 local deals. We make them all silver. So when you're dealing with any other business, if you give a silver membership out to anybody, they would at least have access to these 10 or 15 local deals. That is still going to be a lot of value, all right, with all the other things that we're giving them. Are you guys tracking?
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing, so I need you guys to do this. You've got to go get the 10 to 15, the restaurants, the bowling alleys, to make that thing attractive. Okay? Now, same program exists. Once you have the 10 to 15 merchants, you go back and you enroll them into the employee loyalty program. You got to get the 10 to 15. Okay? So what happens is you walk them in, all right? You have a choice. Now, what's going to happen, Mark? When you set up this employee loyalty program, you are now going to have a choice. Do you want to give these people a gold membership, okay, or do you want to give them a silver membership to their employees for free? Now realize there is going to be an option inside this that says, hey, do I want to give them gold? And if I gave them gold, then you're going to have to, by default, choose to do what? Give them the CMA merchant database only. If you gave them silver, they will have access to these 15, but they will also have access, if they upgrade to gold, to get all of the access merchants. All right, let me say that one more time because this is going to be confusing, all right, and everybody's got to get this point. If I'm in Petaluma and I have no merchants, if I go in there right now and I set up my 15 merchants, okay, I can go back to these 15 merchants up here and I can give them all gold memberships. And when I do that, I'm going to default the system because guess what? We're not giving access away to all those employees. So those 15 merchants and their employees, the only merchants they're ever going to see in their local deals, right? They're only going to see all the merchants that Lisa, Carly, and Mitch put on in that entire area. Those 15 merchants will not see any of the access deals in the entire system.
That's under silver or gold?
That's under gold. Under gold.
Okay.
Yep, under gold. So does that make sense, guys? So if Mitch, you go back to these 15 merchants, guess what? You're going to give them gold membership, and they're going to have all of those deals that you just gave them, all those employees, right? We'll get those 15 restaurants. And as Carly puts on another one and another one, they'll start seeing more and more of those merchants show up in their area, okay? If, Mitch, you decided to give all 15 of these merchants the silver membership, the silver is going to trigger access behind the scenes, okay? So what that's going to do is, Mitch, they're still going to have the 15 deals right there, but when they go to the local and they see all these other restaurants that are access, guess what? You are giving them, they have to upgrade to the gold to get that ability, okay?
So they only see the access, not the other offers we brought on directly.
No, they'll get, guys, just so you know, when we say CMA only, okay, that will just be the deals that Carly and Lisa put on, right? Those are just the deals that Rhonda put on, or just the deals that Lisa put on, Gina. When we say silver, from this example, if we do silver and we bring in access, you're going to get all of the access deals plus your deals. So we combine both networks into one. So in that example, we're going to give you all the silver memberships, all the access memberships or merchants, and we're going to give you all the CMAs combined when that person upgrades to gold.
But Brad, how can you afford to give free silver memberships the access when gold members?
Mark, yeah, I'm sorry. You're not going to. If I give you silver, do you get access network? And the answer is no. So if I said it wrong,
But you're going to get it.
You did.
Okay.
You did. I
Get it if
So let me go back and restate this. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
If I give you a silver membership, will access ever be associated with the silver membership for free?
No, but that's what you said before.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I said it wrong. Okay, the only way you're going to get access is you have to be a what member?
Gold.
Gold only. Gold member. Okay, so apologize. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I just wanted to communicate is when I give that silver membership out to any of these restaurants or special attractions, and I give the silver, they will have access to the 15. They will get access to the 15 CMA merchants that Mitch just put on. But if they upgrade to gold, they will not only get these 15, but they'll get all of the access merchants.
Roger that. We got it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
That's
makes
opposite
sense.
what. Yeah. You said
Gotcha.
that opposite before. Okay.
Apologize.
Hey, Brad, it's David.
Yep.
This David, real quick. So Rhonda signed up, to 150 or whatever merchants in Sioux Falls. Now the gold membership is good there, but also they get all the access deals nationwide.
Say that, David, one more time.
Okay, so all the deals that Rhonda signed up under CMA, like in Sioux Falls, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
The answer is no, David. Sorry, it's no, because the bottom line is none of her people, you basically are running a CMA-only program. There's no additional money that's going to come in. So those employees, when they come in, they're going to get that gold membership. So there's some more options that we'll have to talk about here because one of the things that Brad's going to show, I think, in a second is that you guys have never had an opportunity to define the type of offers that are going into the network, right? And so Brad mentioned it earlier here that when you get 10 to 15 merchants, we have the opportunity to basically make those merchants a silver-only offer or a silver and gold. And so now there's a distinction within the system of the offer type, and that allows you to do some different types of marketing. And so we'll show you that coming up here. So hold tight.
I have another question. When we give these people the gold membership under the ELP, which I'm in the process of doing right now, they have access to my 40 businesses, whatever, all right, on the CMA. when I give it to them. When they go to another area, plug in another zip code or something, let's say they're in Colorado Springs or something, or Seattle, Washington, whatever, are they going to see, even they got a free membership in my area, but are they going to see access members where they can use those nationwide, but just not in my area?
No. Mark, we're never going to mix the networks. So if you've given out a gold membership and it's a CMA network only, okay, they'll never see access at all. Never.
So
hey, Brad.
when they're traveling,
hold on.
they're never going to see it. Okay.
No, what they'll see is when they travel to Sioux Falls, okay, when they travel to Sioux Falls, they're going to see all of Rhonda's merchants there, and they'll have access to all those merchants because they're gold for you, and they got access to your 40 deals. That's all CMA, okay?
Okay.
And but they will be able to see every CMA merchant in the entire system, okay?
Right.
That's where we're going, guys. We're going to replace access in the future. So if you're in the CMA network, you'll be able to have access to all that.
Well,
hey, Brad, this is Ken.
Yep, go ahead, Ken.
Brad, sorry about that. In that same scenario that Mark just brought up, and it's not a free gold, but it's a paid-for gold, then they have accessibility to access?
Yes. So,
Hey, Brad, this is Ken again. My opinion from what everybody's saying is, for the interim, I wouldn't give any gold memberships for free. I would only give, because remember we added a $25 value to the silver membership, so we're giving them something of value. So I would give that silver to all the ELP people, let them self-upgrade to the gold, because it also creates fundraising for the school system, which is why they're doing this in the first place. But there's no confusion until 2 years down the line when we can then replace all the access. Isn't that a better strategy for us?
right. So guys, yeah. So let's just walk through this really quick because I want you guys to go through this entire thing really quick, all right? Because Dino, you just said something that it will have a depends, all right? So think of what we've been doing, guys, all right? This is the challenge that we've had, all right? We've had to deal with everything that we're dealing with has been either you have your own database of CMA merchants, and that's all you could have, correct? Or you have this ability to, I don't have enough CMA merchants, so I want to tap into access merchants because I don't have enough, okay? And so part of where we're going is trying to merge these things together in a smoother way that gives you a ton of flexibility in what we're doing. So let's just hold on and let's walk through this. So guys, right now, is everybody clear? You need to go out there right now and get 10 to 15 local merchants that are CMA merchants. Is everybody clear on that one?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now, here's what's going to happen, okay? Now that you've got your 10 to 15 CMA deals, you now have a silver network. And when I go out there and create these 15 deals, right, I'm going to make, just like Paul said, we've never given you guys this option. Every time we've signed up a merchant, so just really quick, when I signed up that local restaurant, did you guys have an option to make that a silver offer, or were they always 100% gold?
Gold.
That's it. So guys, the big shift we just made is this. You, Mitch, are going to determine, do you want that restaurant offer to be a silver only, I shouldn't say this, we want to give that merchant an ability to say it's available for a silver member and it's available for a gold member as well. Before, we only took in restaurants and we had to make them 100% gold. Make sense? That's what we did. So now, Mitch, when you come in and sign up those 10 to 15 merchants, you can choose to say, hey, I want to make these guys all silver, so any silver membership I give in the entire area of Petaluma, everybody's going to have access to those 15 merchants. Then when they look at those merchants, then they see all these another 500 merchants, because those are access, those become gold offers, and now that customer can upgrade to gold by themselves, or the employee or employer can pay for that gold membership, and that's what will create a revenue stream to all of you guys. So the big shift we've made is to allow you guys, when you sign up that merchant, you'll have the ability to say, hey, do I want to make them silver, or do I want to make them gold only?
Can they have both, or can you have them present offers for silver and gold, just like going to get the haircut at the hair salon where there's a different offer?
A great question. On a restaurant, the answer is we're going to be able to do that, and we're going to show you where we're going to go with the professionals to do that.
Okay.
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 But the restaurant, just like David,
one or the other.
Yeah,
okay.
David's got 200, correct? So David's going to go. Right now, he's got 200 gold offers in the system. Right. What David's going to do is he's going to go now, go back to his network, and put 15 to 20 that will be silver offers, and the other 180 are gold. And so when he goes out and signs up a local, real estate person, and they give away the silver membership to their customers, those customers will have access to the silver deals, and then they'll see the value of upgrading to gold, which will trigger money for the nonprofits, it'll trigger money for the business owner, and it'll trigger money for David.
Got it. So
right.
On the restaurant side, you're either going to begin with, they're either going to be silver or gold as we put new offers on for restaurants.
Yes.
Okay. They're not going to be combo deals. All right.
Yep.
So Brad, basically I could take 20 of my best merchants and put them in the silver or whatever I decide are the ones that I've already signed, and then the rest of them would be part of the gold.
Yep.
Brad?
Yep.
Now for clarification, for those restaurants that we've all signed up already, and we've already promised the gold,
yep,
and we've explained the benefits of them being able to utilize, or being able to use their gold memberships, going to visit other restaurants, etc.
Yep.
That's going to stick?
Absolutely. Yep. That you're going to.
Hey, Brad, hold on.
Hold on.
Just because the clarification is, I think his question is, Dino, have you actually signed up any employee loyalty platforms yet?
We have not signed up the employees yet, but we have explained to the restaurant owners how they can take advantage of the local benefits, go visit other restaurants, take advantage of the local deals, visit with each other, take advantage of local deals online, etc.
Right.
That's it. And Dino, you're going to have the ability to give them that. So we've already committed to that. So you're going to, when you go back and give them the employee loyalty program, you're going to default all those guys to the CMA network, and they will all be gold members. So not a problem.
Just the CMA, not
the They won't have access. They won't have the access merchants.
But my question is this: if I've got a CMA restaurant that I signed up, and I've got their deal on there, and then I got a silver that upgrades to a gold, and he's going to get my CMA restaurant deal, and that restaurant was already an access merchant also, is it going to show both the access deal and my CMA deal for that same restaurant?
It won't show both.
You're never going to have both, right? Ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys.
Well,
hold on. Guys, hold on. Time out. All right. This is going to get maddening for everybody. So please understand, I'm going to give Mark, okay, just so I want to make this really clear.
Okay.
David in Sioux Falls. David is never, okay, we have built the dynamic because David's already got 200 merchants. David has the option to run all of Sioux Falls, okay, which is 150,000 people with 6 zip codes. David has the ability to never put access on any platform he sells, 0. Meaning, when he goes and signs up a dentist, he can choose the dentist platform to be nothing but CMA only. Okay? Access will never show up for David. Ever, ever, ever. Nobody will ever see an access merchant. Okay?
Okay.
David can choose that. Mark, you up in your area, guess what? You can choose every school, I don't want to confuse you. You can choose every restaurant, every dentist, everything up in your area that would be nothing but CMA merchants only. Nobody would ever see access. Okay? Because guess what? You don't need access because there's 3 merchants that access has up there. So why would you even want to put access on there? It doesn't add value. Okay?
Well, no, but my only question was that you said when a silver paid the extra 25 or whatever to go to the gold, then they would then they would get access.
Hold on.
The CMA, right?
Right. So listen really quick, guys. You as the rep will have the ability to block access from every program you sell. So really quick, if I set up a platform, you can choose that platform to be CMA only, which means every customer that signs up they only will see CMA merchants ever.
Okay.
Or you can choose a platform that says it's CMA plus access. Does that help you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a comment because I actually have that in Houston. I have obviously access and CMA. I signed up a restaurant who was in access. They're also in CMA now, but when you log in, you see them in both. You actually they now have their old ad still there through access and the new ad through CMA. So that's going to happen until we get rid of access.
No, it's not.
That was my point.
Hold on. We're going to build a dynamic that we're going to be able to block that merchant access. So we don't have 2 offers.
Very good.
Okay? So let's walk this through, okay? Here's what we're trying to do, guys.
Can I just say something, Brad?
Yep.
Obviously, we're making some different changes, and I think, we might have presented this backwards in a second, by Brad stating just now that you now have the ability as you go into that market that every platform you choose the network you want to show. So that really is the first thought process behind this, which is you as a rep are going to decide, do I want, and Brad's showing it here on the screen now, that when I set up a platform, we're actually defining that there's some information that you're going to need to set up in advance. So, Brad, you're taking away the thunder, but if we don't want to just send everybody to, let's say, simplyrewards.com/employer. Instead, you're going to actually do a platform setup for them, which is what he's showing right now. So what we do is we put in the name of the platform is going to be Johnny's Employees Rewards, okay? The address, the information, the business phone, all of the key information that business owner, which I just did the video on how they sign up, okay? But this is going to be the process that you do, all right? So you're going to basically enter the basic information for them first. Then the next section says platform operation. Which merchant network do you want to use? So you basically have the opportunity, well, first off, we're going to talk a little bit more about the configuration, and the third section actually is the network. And so the third section says rewards network only. That would be what we've been calling CMA only. We're going to, again, try to call it rewards network. But I can choose rewards network only, and then I choose, do I want them to have issuing silver memberships to their employees, issue gold memberships to employees, or both, okay? And we'll, again, go back and explain this. Then I have the opportunity to choose to give them rewards and the access network. And maybe your question is, why do we really want to do that? Why would we ever want to do that? Because of what Ken said. In his market, it's going to take him a while to get out there, get all those merchants signed up to get to the point that he can hit every single area of Houston with good, valuable deals. And so in that meantime, if he can start this program by getting the 10 to 15 to start and allowing people to then jump up and upgrade to the gold and get access, that gives him the time to build out his network. And over a period of time, he'll start to get more and more deals. In David's market, he doesn't care about access because he's got already his network built. And so that's what the distinction is that we're basically saying. So you have some more choices and flexibility on what you do with the network moving forward. Once you set up this right here, you're going to hit the link to send the sign-up link. And now that email will go to Johnny's Pizza, the business owner, and then he'll click the link and he'll complete the miscellaneous details such as, his legal name and his business name and the information, review the agreement. All right? So it'll kind of look like the current process that we had for the ELP signing up last week. But what we're doing right here is we're giving you as the rep the opportunity to choose the network based upon the demographics that you know in your territory. So to make this as easy as I can, in David and Rhonda's market, they don't need it. They're going to go with the rewards network. In Mark's network, in Mark's area, he doesn't even have access. There's no value really, and he's already got 40 merchants. Guess what? Mark's going to choose the rewards network. In Ken's market or down here in Carlsbad, I've got 2 merchants on my system and none of them restaurants, okay? So in my market, I need to go number 1, get the 10 to 15, and then I'm going to choose that access because as we build it, there's going to be more value, and as Ken said, when people upgrade to gold, they'll give them more value, and there's a trigger because there will be some money because they'll have to pay to upgrade to gold, right? And we'll talk about some of those options here in a few minutes. But this is probably where we needed to start, and I apologize, it's my fault for not explaining this earlier. So number 1, we all have the time or the ability to choose your network. Then once they're in there, we're going to talk about how do I then work with those deals. And now we really have 2 types of businesses. We have the restaurants that we've been talking about for a long time. And someone tell me, why did we want to go out there and get restaurants? Anybody? Why did we feel like there was value initially in just going after the restaurant market?
That's what we use the most.
David, I heard it. Use the most. What else?
Well, I guess, yeah, there are people, they want a new restaurant every single time they want to go eat, so therefore it's like it's constant value.
Okay, so 2 or 3 times a day, I'm going to go out to eat somewhere probably unless I'm packing my lunch or eating at home, and I may only need a plumber or a dentist when I got a cavity or a cleaning, right? So for that example, we wanted to create something that consumer, that employee, and eventually the member is going to be able to use every day. So we want to be able to give those employees something of value, and by giving that to them, it helps us build that network much faster, right? We have more employees using it, and then we've also discussed that if every employee has the membership, they know how to use the mobile app, which means that when a customer walks into that business, that employee knows how to take a mobile app, right? So, it gave us a couple of different things. The next question is moving into, what Brad's about to talk about, which is, how do we then market and start working with some of these other businesses that we have the community partners? How do I then start talking to the dentists? How do I start working with all these different professionals in the area? And how do I start to enroll them and not just have the one fall, either buy or you're out? And so, Brad, with that, maybe we'll transition that back to you.
Now, does that help, guys, a little bit, walking that through? Well, I apologize, guys. It's challenging to communicate all this.
This is
gold.
It is kind of confusing a little bit. So if you take my area and I don't need access, but if there's more benefits to people when they're traveling outside of my area, is that something, or am I just strictly relying on CMA across the country? And if so, that's fine. How many CMA merchants do we have nationwide, I guess?
All right. So the better question I want to ask is this. There's 2 programs we have here. Do you guys see that? Employer loyalty and community partner. Okay? Yeah. Here is my employee loyalty. So David, to answer your question, you have the ability to give away. You can set up this ELP program, and you can give a gold membership. Can you give a gold membership with access for free?
No.
No. Okay, so just that's the question, guys. If access is involved anywhere you sell, it has to be an upgrade. Does that make sense? It has to be an upgrade. Okay? So if I come into the employee loyalty program and I choose to click here and say rewards network only, that could define, David, that you only want to use CMA only. Okay? And you might look at the 50 businesses that you're signing up right now and you're giving the ELP. You might sit there and go, hey, I'm okay. I want to give them all gold memberships. Okay? Which means, guess what? It is only the CMA merchants that you would have in that area, and it would be only the gold merchants that you've chosen, period. So guess what? Would that person ever, if because I chose Rewards Network, would that person, if they go into California where Paul's at, Paul only has 2 CMA merchants. So guess what? When he goes there, is this membership going to give him a lot of value?
No.
And the answer is no. Okay? Because you chose the Rewards Network only. That's what you chose. Okay? Now, if you chose to give silver, awesome. What that's going to be for you is, because it's CMA only, it's rewards only, that means what you're saying, David, is I want to give that business owner, I'm going to set up 10 to 15 offers that will be silver, great, but I want to make more money because my network's valuable. And we go, David, awesome, go make more money, correct? You give them the silver memberships. If they upgrade to gold on their own, are they getting access?
Yeah, I don't know. That's my question.
They're not, because you chose Rewards Network only.
Can
so
I
guess what?
set them up to get access if they upgrade to gold?
Okay. So what you're going to have to do is you're never going to choose Rewards Network only. What you're going to do is you're going to choose Rewards and Access. And if you do that, what that's going to trigger is that customer will now have access to the Access network. And so will you be able to, if you choose this and you choose Issue Gold memberships, let me show you what's going to happen, guys, when you do this. When I choose Rewards and Access Network and you go in here to choose Gold memberships, guess what? We're going to have a drop down here and says, hey, David, put in your credit card and we will issue Gold memberships to those employees or to that platform, but guess who's going to pay for that $5? You are.
Yeah, that's
okay. So guys, the way we built this, if you want to choose the Rewards and Access Network combined, and you wanted to give that business owner a gold membership, guess what? We're going to require you to put in your credit card, and we're going to bill you directly $5.
What if I select issue silver memberships and then they upgrade to gold? Does that still cost me $5?
Zero.
That's what I would want to do.
Right. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose this. You're going to choose the Access and Rewards. You're going to issue silver memberships.
Right.
And guess what? When they upgrade to gold,
okay.
When they pay directly, and it creates a revenue stream for you and everybody.
So I don't have to pay the $5.
No, because it's silver.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense, guys? Does that help?
That makes complete sense. That's where I would go. Is
yes.
I would issue any gold memberships. I would issue silver memberships, and obviously we're going to talk about how to upgrading them to gold. They pay on their own. It doesn't cost them anything. They get a better value. They get all my deals that I've created plus any other CMA merchants nationwide and access deals.
That's right.
Okay.
Now,
Brad,
why do you get?
Sorry, just one sec.
Okay.
David, they would not get all of your deals until you chose to go through your 200 deal network and choose to select some of them to be silver. Right?
Right.
So there's one more caveat. Everything you said was perfect, but we will have to define that of your network, I'm going to choose these 10 to be silver to give those employees some value.
Right. Yeah, I'm a silver. It's only 10 deals that I choose.
Right. Okay.
And
perfect.
then when they pay to upgrade, it's those 10 plus the other 160 that I got,
Right.
and then they get all the CMA and access merchants nationwide.
Right. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Is that clear as mud, guys?
That's clear.
Okay. Now, the reason we decided to start building this right now, to have the rewards, is because guess what? Just like Ken said earlier, at some point, whether it's a year or 2 years down the road, right, access is going to be removed completely, right? And then it's just the rewards network. But ultimately, we wanted to start defining that area, because David might look at the whole thing and go, you know what, I don't, and let me just tell you one of the other dynamics that will eventually happen. We're going to have a silver, we're going to have a gold. Do you guys think down the road that we'll ever have a platinum? And the answer is yes.
I want to buy the black, Brad. Can I buy the black?
Yeah. We'll have a platinum membership. And it might be, think about this, it might be this. David might have the CMA merchants, the rewards merchants only he's given, and the platinum membership in his area might be what? It gives you access to all the nationwide deals, blah, blah, blah. So we're defining this in the marketplace, guys. The truth is, every one of you, it will be this. This will be your default configuration. Rewards access network and issue silver memberships on this particular platform, okay? You're not going to pay for gold memberships to the employer, because we're going to charge your credit card, okay? So that's the default when I get into this entire model, guys, which is the employee loyalty program, okay?
You just take out issue gold memberships then.
No, because I'm going to tell you, you're still going to want to do it. At different times, you'll want to do it.
I've already promised 35 restaurants that they're going to get gold memberships when I come back.
Well,
yep. Yeah, but guess what, Mark? What you're going to do with those merchants, what are you going to do? You're going to come in here right here, and for those, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And you're going to go, oh, here's my 35 employees. Guess what? When that person comes in, they will all be what? They're all going to be just that. Now, will those people,
on the CMA network,
that they're on the CMA network, and you go, well, that kind of sucks, and you go, you know what? I wish we would have designed it earlier. You know what I mean? But or here's this, Mark. You could sit there, and you could say this. You can make all of your merchants, Mark, in that area, the 35 restaurants, you can make them all silver, and then you could issue every one of them silver memberships. You could do that. You don't have to say gold. You could sit there and go, guys, it's silver membership, because they won't know the difference. And guess what? They'll still have access to all 35 of your deals, because you went into the system and made all your merchants silver.
That would work well if I wouldn't have told them they're all going to get gold memberships when I pre-sold it.
Yep. So
but it's still not costing you anything on that, Mark.
Nope.
So it's, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still no cost to them. They get full access to all my 35 restaurants and everything, and it's free to them anyway, so why complain?
That's right. And guys, guess what? Dino, if you've promised, yes, you get it. Guess what? My wife has done the same thing. Hey, gold membership. Guess what? Who cares? Right now, there's enough deals in Phoenix that every one of you guys for Phoenix are going to be completely fine, no big deal, correct? And if they only see 40 deals in CMA, we don't care. That was a free gift that we gave every one of them. So I don't think anybody should be feeling weird, right? So we move on to the next restaurants, and now we can come back and say, hey, it's issue silver for everybody else moving forward.
I think it's just nice to know now, though, that we can combine the two until we build the network, you know, without having to pay for it, you know, where we're issuing the silver memberships, and we can combine the CMA and the access to get more benefits for the people that upgrade, that buy, actually will buy the gold membership.
Right.
Okay.
Not only that, once we start you like companies and corporations that have a lot of people who travel, you're going to need reward. You're going to need access there to have that.
Yep. No question.
Right.
Okay.
If we go this route, got checked on there, right? Oh, go back to that window. There you go. Well, you got that checked. You were telling Mark you go to the rewards network only, issue silver memberships. If you were to do it that way, you're saying that that's truly rewards only and no access, whereas before the rewards, or excuse me, the silver membership, which used to be the basic, always included the access, but now it will not.
So let me address that if I can, Brad. The question would be, let's choose to talk about David's network in this example for a second. Okay, he has those 140 or 200 merchants. He could still look at that as an opportunity to get upgrades into his own network. So he takes 10, 15 merchants, makes them silver out of his 200, and now he has the opportunity to get those employees a silver membership, giving them 10 to 15 deals that are in the neighborhood that they can utilize, and still have the opportunity to upgrade to gold to get the other 185 deals in the network and make a little money in the process. But what is he limiting? That when they leave Sioux Falls, which I don't know why anyone would ever leave Sioux Falls, but if they did, then they would not have anything but CMA deals, mobile deals nationwide. And so, David, to answer your earlier question, the quicker we get this thing built, the CMA network will be there nationwide, right? Even in Carlsbad, coming soon.
That's correct. Yes.
But I can still have the best of both worlds.
Yes.
By CMA, I select
yes, you
rewards and access network.
Yes.
Issue the silver membership, give them the 10 deals, entice them to upgrade. Now they can use it when they go to Carlsbad because there might be 20 access.
I agree. But I was just answering Dino specifically because he's saying why is there value then to upgrade to gold in a rewards network only? That's why I was addressing that.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
All right. Everybody good?
I'm not really asking why is there value. I'm just trying to figure out, how it's changed.
Right. Okay. Or why you would even need it, right? I mean, to some degree. So.
Well, because obviously, with all of us on the call today, combined, we've got 7 states accounted for. So for the national network to really expand, it's going to take some time, and we all know that. So I'm just trying to establish, if somebody does have the silver membership, as you've got on the screen right now, and they do some traveling, they're not going to have accessibility to the access network when they're traveling.
Yeah.
To the access they won't. But CMA, guys, just so you guys understand, all right, we've got merchants in 29 states right now that are CMA, and it's over 4,500 mobile coupons right now in 26 states, 27 states, something like that.
Hey, Brad, so some of the states or something, so we have an idea at some point?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. We only have like 7 of us doing this. So.
Hey, Brad, can you get that done before the end of the call? That'd be great.
Sure, no problem. Let me just run a report. Oh, wait, that's your Okay, everybody's good. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to come back here. So guess what, guys? Here's why we're going here, all right? Right now, here's the challenge. I'm a rep, all right? I want to lead with the law of reciprocity. I want to walk into every dentist, chiropractor, plumber, auto mechanic, gym, personal trainer, real estate agent, everybody in our category list. And the very first thing I want to do is separate myself from everybody in the entire country. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to give you benefits for you, Mr. Business Owner, and all your employees for free. That's how we're going to change and be something completely different, guys. So when any of us walk into any business owner, are we there to sell them anything?
What did you say, Brad? Did you say you could get it to them for free?
For free, baby. All right? So, guys, that's the pitch. That's the angle that we're changing right there. We could not do this. The only option we had before we made this change, guys, was Mr. Professional, spend $150 a month, and you're going to be exclusive. I don't even know who in the heck you are, and guess what? How many people in your network, all those crazy things, correct, that we would have to face. We're now walking, and we've eliminated all of it and say, listen, Mr. Business Owner, I'm going to give you and all your employees access to our entire network, this incredible site, all these great things for free. Is that a different value proposition than any other business that is selling anything? We're completely different, guys. You guys all agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to walk into that dentist. You realize, if I'm Ken, here's the difference between Ken and I. Ken is never going to walk door to door. He's already connected to a bunch of different groups, and those people will approach Ken because that's the network he's built. I'm up here in Colorado. I'm up here in Denver. I have that type of network down in Colorado Springs. I'm up here. I know nobody, zero. Okay. So guess what? I'm going to have to do what? I'm going to have to join some networking groups. I'm going to have to do a bunch of things to get in that space and start building my networks back up, or I'm just going to be one of those guys that goes door to door. Right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to door to door. I'm going to walk into the dentist office. There's going to be 5 people in the waiting room, and I'm going to walk up to that lady, and she goes, "Hey, are you here for an appointment?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. I'm here because I'm going to drop this off for you, Mr. Nancy. I want to tell you, we're here in the local market, and we want to provide you and all your employees with these incredible reward benefits, and we want to set your company up for free. And I'd like to drop off my flyer and set a quick meeting with you or your HR person and your owner so that we can give this entire program for free. I'm not here to sell you anything." How much easier is it for me to walk in the door doing that than me walking in and say, "Hey, I'd like to set an appointment so I can sell you something"? Do you guys see the difference of why we made that shift? Okay. When I walk in and I give these dentists and all their employees, am I going to give them a gold membership?
No.
I'm going to give every one of them a silver membership, correct? Because I already got my 15 cool deals on the program, so I know I'm covered. So when Nancy gets this entire program, she's going to get it, and she's going to do what? She's going to go, "Oh, there's Jack in the Box right down the street. Love it. I can save money." She's going to look further down the road and goes, "Oh, there's, McDonald's, but I have to be a gold member for that." Now she makes a choice. Or I make the choice that what? That Mr. Business owner, that tight-ass dentist, I'm going to get him to buy and upgrade the gold membership for all of his staff, correct? But I'm going to do that in my second version of this, not when I'm leading coming into the door. We give an employee loyalty program to everybody. It's a free loyalty program, and I'm going to give silver memberships for all your employees. Everybody tracking with us?
Hey, don't pick on the dentist, Brad. You know what I mean? Hey, they're still nice guys.
Okay? So what's going to happen? I'm going to let the employer make a decision. Because, guys, what I'm hearing from Gina, Mark, same thing for you. When you're sitting down showing the business owner, is he looking at the site and going, "Oh, this is a piece of crap," or is he looking at it going, "This is actually pretty cool. I can save a bunch of money on this"?
Yeah, there was value there.
Okay? So guess what? He can make a decision to upgrade to gold. Or he goes, "No problem, let the employees upgrade to gold." Do we really care, guys? It creates an opportunity to get a member. We're going to get a member, correct, out of this. And there's a potential opportunity for me to make money when that business owner upgrades or not. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, next thing is, right, every time I can meet with an employer, good things are going to come out of this, guys. It just really will, all right? And the reason I say that is when I meet with that employer, he's going to say really quick yes or no to the employee program, correct? It's really simple. I meet with the dentist, the chiropractor, the whoever, plumber, and what happens? They say, "No, I don't want this." I go, "Great. No, thank you," and I move on to the next employer. Pretty simple. They say no. Am I going to fight with them? And I'm like, "Hey, guys, we're here to build a community. We'd love to have you and love to invite all your employees. But if you say no, no problem. We're just going to go to the next business." Okay?
Brad, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take 7 to get a yes. So.
Say that again?
I'm sorry. I've been training to take 7 no's to get a yes, so can I keep asking?
There you go. All right. So he's going to say yes, because that's what Ken will break his arm if he doesn't, right? He says yes, right? I'm going to sign him up, and I'm going to get his employees, so your guys are going to get members, right? Sign him up and get members. Everybody clear with that? Now, when he says yes, and he's walking through this entire thing, I'm going to tell you guys, I believe that more of the business owners, if they're a smart business owner, are going to ask you one of two questions. And if they don't ask you one of those two questions because you're a great salesperson, are you going to bring up the two questions? And the answer is yes, you will. Okay? First question the guy's going to ask is, well, this is really cool. I can see this and I can see the value. And the question the guy's going to ask is, well, how do I get my business listed in this program? You think, guys, that will be a question that gets asked? How do I participate? How do I get involved in this?
Yes.
Yes.
We do have a community partner program.
Oh, there you go, baby. All right. The second one, and guys, this is happening right now. Here's my wife. She goes out. Here's Eric. He's gone out, and they're meeting with people. And somebody that really loves it, not the restaurant owner so much that we've seen exposure, but it's been the hobby shop or the car person. The first thing they ask, it goes, this is amazing. How do I give this to my customers? And what do they go right in? Well, we have a new program that we're going to relaunch that will be a paid program, but will give you exposure to, you can give this to all your employees. Guess what, guys? Not one person is balked the value in saying, hey, I'd pay for that. Does that make sense? So they're going to ask that question. They'll ask the second question. Okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask them, and so here's the laydown, guys. Here's what we're after, all right? Because going back to our original premise, Mark or Dino, do you guys want to work with all 100 dentists, or do you just want to work with 3?
I don't have 100 dentists in my area.
That's why I changed it and didn't want you to respond, because I know you only got one up there. You don't even have a dentist, actually. It's a veterinarian that you go to, so that's fine.
We got indoor plumbing. We do have indoor plumbing.
That's right. All right. So Dino, do you want to work with 100 or just 3 of them?
I only want to work with a very small amount.
Okay. Ken, do you want to work with 100 of them or just 3 of them?
If they're going to be paying, they're going to be looking for something.
All above.
I want all of them.
Yep. So guys, here's the thing. We're going to create a listing program that we're going to expose their business to the platform. We're going to go ahead and have them create an offer, a unique offer that our members can have access to. Okay? And guys, we're going to charge them to advertise in our network, and we're going to charge them and ask them to pay a fee of $10 a month or $100 a year.
It's basically the same. It's basically this.
We're not talking about the $249 and the $99 or the $100. Okay.
It's kind of like charging our merchants to be on our app, basically, the idea. Now you're talking about businesses that are, restaurants and whatnot. We're not charging restaurants, but now it's, the mindset of, hey, they want to be on the platform. They want to give a deal.
Yep.
We're actually charging them now.
That's right. So, guys, restaurants, we'll take you every restaurant for free. But, guys, if this is my hair and styling, now this isn't the page. I'm going to show you some other stuff. I just pulled the wrong one here. But here's my deal. Imagine these people and these people are the ones that are paying us for the top advertising, correct? All right? Here's the person who's paying us $10, and I don't even know if we're going to put them on the same page. It could be a second page that they click on. But here's the Cost Cutters, the Fountain of Youth, and Rage Salon, and all those guys. They're paying us $10 because they want exposure to our members. And you go, fantastic. We're marketing your business into our platform to our members that are exclusive. And what's happening, we'll put you in here, and you can give us a discount. Fantastic. But it's going to cost you $10 a year, $10 a month, $100 a year. Do you guys?
Do you have any idea how cheap that is? Oh my God, I just
Yeah.
these guys and they're spending $500 a month on a yellow page ad.
It's insane.
Yep. So guys, I'm gonna come back to example because Reve test piloted this for us. Remember this, Reve, 2 years ago?
Yes, I do.
All right. So guess what, guys? Reve went out there. We tried a model.
Don't forget her sign
2
up.
years ago. I know. She went out, right, and she sold a sign-up fee. Was it $199 or was it $99? I can't remember.
It was $99 to
Can't
sign
remember
up.
either. I think I did a little bit of
No, it
both.
was $99 to sign up, and then if what Reve did many times was chose to pay the year, so it was $99 sign up plus the $99, and she was done for a year.
Okay. Guys, let me tell you, Reve, we had nothing back then, okay? Literally nothing. And guess what? Reve went out there and sold that. Very successful. And guys, we never really did anything with that entire program, right? It wasn't until last, like, 3 or 4 months ago that a person has been paying for like 16, 17 months. They finally called up and said, hey, I think I'm going to cancel my deal. Guys, remember, Reve, you remember that? All right?
I do.
All right? So guys, I'm going to tell you, this right here is a gold mine. This allows you to work with all 100 dentists in that area because guess what? When they come in for $99 a year, right, or $10 a month, and you're going to be able to show them a page that says, well, guess what? Here's what it looks like, and this is actually too nice because we're going to make it, less look. And they come in here and they go, well, what does this look like? Well, those people, right? I'm glad you asked, right? I'm glad you asked. Hold on, let me get back to my darn thing here. I'm glad you asked because that is for our community partners. Those people have their own loyalty platform. They get to put multiple offers in the system. They get memberships that they can give to their customers, their employees, all this incredible stuff. But that's an upgrade from $10, and we're going to move that to our community partner sale opportunity. Okay? Are you guys? So guys, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to make this $10 the minimum price point. Okay? And we're going to allow you guys to test this in some different markets where you can probably go up to $50 a month. That's probably going to be our cap right now, and up to $200 or $300 a year. I can't remember what we're thinking, but we're going to let you guys play around with this. Does that make sense? Because $10 I think is a no-brainer, right? Do you guys feel like you'd have a hard time getting somebody to pay $10 to be listed in this network?
No.
Only if they use that to not take you seriously.
I know everybody's done a little bit of research on the local marketing, but anybody know how much just the smallest yellow page ad costs on a monthly basis?
No idea.
And someone, Reve, you said...
Well, I know that, and we've got magazines here, and just like the back corner page, like $150 a month for the smallest, cheapest, little bitty business card size ad in one of these little circulations. So
absolutely,
I mean, they charge a lot.
Yeah, we've done a bunch of research with those too in the past, and whether it's the business card size, you've got your quarter page, half page. When you compare what that is, it's ridiculous to what you have here. So I think, Brad, you were doing some research on that. Just a list in the yellow pages, it was $20 a month. And how many people are actually marketing and utilizing and going to that site to get that right now? Versus the opportunity that you have to say, listen, this is the market that you have. This is where we're building into the community. And from that perspective, every single one of those employees that's out there as well is going to see these ads, are they not? So you're building an immediate group of people who are going to be putting their eyes on these people.
How many of us on this call have a yellow page book? I haven't had a yellow page book.
I got one.
Yeah.
Online.
I throw mine out or I recycle it. I never.
Come on, Ken. What year is it though? 1997.
I got it just so I could call out of the book and say, "Hey, I've got some more."
Yep. Okay, guys. So this is where we're going. This right here is going to allow us to walk with everybody. And I'm telling you, if I can lead by giving something with the law of reciprocity, I'm giving you guys something of value. I'm not here to sell you anything. They will sell themselves. They will ask the questions, how do I get part of this? And when they ask, now you are speaking from authority. You are now creating this opportunity that says, guys, this is what we do. You're going to sell them this. They're going to, like Reve said, they're going to balk at it. They're going like, this is so cheap, guys. We're here to build a community. You can play that. You can sell it for 20 bucks. Great. Okay, we don't care. What I want you guys to get is this right here will enable, you guys are all talented, right? You guys all have networks. What I'm concerned about is if we build this with people that you're going to hire, some of these people might not have a network. Do you think that we could get a guy to go out there, spend 6 hours a day going into business after business after business, leading with employee loyalty, following up with people? Do you think we can get that guy to go out there and sign up a bunch of $10 listings?
Yes.
Okay, guys, and we're going to talk about the compensation about this next week, but we're going to make this is what we're going to use to get people to make money. So we're going to be giving a lot of this away, period, so that we can get guys to go out there and do this. So if we're, and we'll have some numbers next week where we're going to go through this, but this is what we want to do. We want to put in the numbers to give a rep that he can go in there and make this happen to be very successful. And so part of that, where we want to take this, right, is to give every one of you guys an opportunity to use this and get the people you're working with. This is how they'll go make money, and that's how we want to do it. So I'm just going to tell you, we're going to have a conversation next Friday, and we're going to walk through the compensation model of what we're going to do and how this is going to work. Okay? Now, next thing, now, and I just want to come back here. Guys, remember, we are a membership site. Okay, we create an opportunity to market your goods and services and control your offering, right? Guys, every one of these people, these professionals, a lot of them, services, they create a Groupon or Living Social deal, all right? They put their deal in there, give half off, then pay Groupon the other half. They can put incredible deals in our system for $10 a month, right? And they have control of those things. This is an incredible opportunity, guys, to get everybody, all right? That's what we want to do. Now, the truth is we're going to create a way that we differentiate those $10 people from the guys that are going to pay more money, all right? And we're going to put those people and $10 on the second page the consumer's got to click multiple screens to get to. But, guys, let's be honest, this is a great selling way for you guys to basically come in here and do what? Upsell to be in this top deal. So guys, will we have the ability for us to put hundreds of people in these positions? No. These are going to be our top paid advertisement deals that we eventually build into. And guess what? Because I want to dominate the hair and styling space, that first spot right here might be $300, $500 a month eventually. All right? So that's what we want to get to. All right? The next thing, the next question they'll ask is, well, how do I give this to my customers? Beautiful, all right? And ultimately, guys, that's all we're going to do is we're going to present the community partner program that all of us are going to do. And, guys, we're going to give you guys an ability to sell this at a much cheaper price point, and we're going to allow you guys to go up on a higher level. So we're going to talk more about that next week as we price this whole thing out and what we can do and what we can't do. But I'm going to tell you guys that's where we're headed with this entire thing. Okay? Now, that's it. We're going to lead with reciprocity. We're going to give our salespeople an opportunity to get a $10 listing. Those that want to upgrade and get the community partner program, which is for their customers and all that stuff, that's when they'll jump in, pay the $299, and guys, we're going to talk about what we're going to charge on a monthly basis a little bit next week. But what we're looking at, guys, is going down to as low as $79, all right? As low as $79, and and giving you guys a chance to upsell it, to 100 to 200 or whatever you guys can sell in that particular area. We want to create that value, okay? Now, any questions, guys, on what we're doing, all right?
Does that get to eventually make money at this?
Yeah.
Well, you might be able to, yeah.
Brad, the one thing I'm thinking about on the $10 offer to get that message out as quickly to like the networking groups is any ideas or thoughts on how to approach it to the Chamber of Commerce in our local areas where they perceive it as some type of benefit, and so they can pass it to their 300 members in one day versus me calling on one of them. Have you thought about how we could somehow, we all have, Chamber of Commerces in our local communities.
I haven't given much more thought, Mitch, and,
yes.
But I think, guys, once we get all this stuff set in parameters and this thing becomes in stone, it's going to make it really, really simple, for us to do.
Yeah.
Yep. And guys, so that's where we're headed, all right? We felt like we needed to make these changes so that we can get people to be more successful. If I only had one option, correct? It's the CPP at 100 to 200 bucks exclusive. That's all I've got. There's no in between, all right? Certain guys will not be successful with that. If I can get a $10 listing, I can get a ton more people. And guess what? Because you're good salespeople, you'll be able to upgrade them into the CPP program, and then you'll be able to upgrade it into our top advertisement platform, and we're going to share more of that, what that's going to look like next week for you guys to be able to do, okay? One of the things that I wanted to share with you is a couple different ideas of potentially what the screens are going to look like. So imagine, guys, one of the things that we want to do is, that's not even the one. No, I'm sorry, that's not even the right one, guys. I thought I had it in here. All right, I'm going to show you this one. All right, this is kind of what we're looking at. Is so some different ideas where this would be a hair salon that we're going to be changing the way that the screens look. Correct? So when they go to redeem the deal, they click on the ad. Boom! Here's a different idea. Here's my 10% off. Just a bunch of different things, guys, that we'll be able to communicate and put in this entire program. They can put multiple deals in here, their map, just some cool stuff, right? So we're working on a bunch of different designs that we're going to show you guys of what that's going to look like. Now, here's the thing I want to show with you, and I'm going to pull back a conversation that we had a couple weeks ago. You remember when we talked about, hey, Mitch, when you sign up this dentist, okay, and you give him this incredible program, and you explain to him how the program works, and you give him you give it to him, correct? And here's all the electronic files and images, and this is what you got to do. That dentist is still going to have a hard time connecting, correct? What it all looks like, and ultimately we talked about, guys, should we create a marketing kit that we give him? You guys remember that conversation?
Yep.
Okay. So what we want to do, and I'm going to show you an example of what we're creating, all right? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to build this right now, okay? So guess what? I just signed Mitch. Let me just paint this picture. I just signed Mitch White, his entire agency. He's an insurance guy in my area, all right? I went to Mitch. I said, Mitch, this is an incredible program. I'd like to give all your employees this silver membership. Mitch goes, Brad, that's incredible. Mitch asked me
I want it now.
Yeah. Mitch goes,
now.
Mitch goes, wait a second here, Brad. How do I participate? How do I get exposure for my business? And I go, well, Mitch, it's a $10 listing. He goes, come on, that's too cheap. And he goes, well, but Brad, I want to give this to my customers. I said, well, Mitch, here's the community partner program. And Mitch is like, I can't get my credit card fast enough. All right? I said, awesome. So imagine what happens. I work with Mitch. I come back and work with Lisa and his office staff. We basically give all their employees. They all know how the program works. And then Mitch is like, okay, Brad, this is cool. So I'm going to start giving this to all my customers. I've got an email campaign, I go all that stuff. But then what happens is I come back, or he gets a package in the mail and he goes, and here's his package, right? What he's got right here is, imagine, and guys, we've got these little cards. David has built a product that we're using that is really, really powerful, all right? And he's using it for his fundraiser. So what we did is we said, listen, we're going to create a gift like this. And guys, this is a PDF, and Paul kind of cut it up, and I'll show you what the print looks like. But imagine this, right? I'm going to give Mitch 50 of these on his sign-up, okay? I'm going to give him 50 silver memberships in a card that looks beautiful, right? And then I'm going to deposit 50 silver memberships into his bank, into his account. So he can go in and give his employees those. He can give customers those 50 silver memberships. So here's the deal. Mitch gets these in the mail, all right? That's the first thing it looks like. It's a special gift for you. You can see it's the silver. The person flips on the inside of the package, all right, or the outside. You know what? This is, all right, that's kind of what it looks like. And then
hey, Brad.
This is what it looks like.
It's just the idea of the fact that when you have a trifold, so the idea is a trifold, so go back. So the first page is the cover. And then when you open it, the inside, you'll see that's the inside flap, right? So that's the right side inside flap, just talking about the savings. And then you open it full, and now you're looking at that page.
So guys, what do you see here? Here's the memberships. You've been given the silver gold membership. This right here will say Mitch White Rewards. This will have a scratch-off code. And so that customer will go to Mitch White Rewards. He'll put in this code, and he's been given a silver membership. And guess what? We're branding the entire piece to Mitch's business. So let me ask you guys this question. You deal with, in Reve, you have a lot of experience in the real estate world. Reve, if I signed you up as a realtor and I gave you 50 of these things that you're giving away to all your customers, does this add value to your business?
Oh, it's huge.
Is this a professional-looking piece that it communicates that there's real value, there's a gift, and I'm branding your business?
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating about this is we've all discovered through the Adrenaline Rewards 365 and everything else is that people still like to touch something tangible. It drives me absolutely nuts, but it's true. You can't just send somebody an email or anything. You have to give them something.
Reve, that's a great point. That's exactly what we ran into in testing the Rewards 365, and there's all kinds of different fundraising, companies that are out there that are trying to market strictly through email and having an actual piece. And that's why I was just like, okay, we have to have an in-hand piece where people can actually touch something and read it, and and they're going to actually do a money exchange type thing on the fundraising end. We feel like we're going to get more traction with that. So I think of this as like if I go down and I buy gift cards at Applebee's or whatever, it's something tangible that I'm giving somebody. They're going to use it, so there's value to it. But now this is way better than that because it promotes Mitch White Agency and instead of Applebee's, Right.
Yep. So guys, this is.
I like scratch off. I like the idea of the scratch off activation code too. It makes them do something. It involves them.
Yep. So guys, what we want to do, all right? We're gonna, when they sign up for that sign-up fee, we're gonna literally get their logo, all right? And we've already got our printer. David hooked us up with his printer, who's phenomenal. We're working through everything, but we're gonna send him 50 of these things included right now that will get printed off from the printer, and a week or 2 weeks later, he'll get these deposited right there at his office, and that's for him to give away. So if I'm the dentist, you came in as a new patient, Mark, I'm giving you this right here and say, hey, join, this is a free gift for you. Go take advantage of this, blah, 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 okay?
Right.
So we're going to create this. This will be an option as well that business owner can go into his back office because he's a CPP program, right? Guess what? Is this going to be available for the $10 guy?
No.
No way. Nope. This is just for the guy that upgrades. So now he can go in his back office and he's going to have an option where he can go buy silver memberships. He can buy a gold membership, the same product piece, and he'll be able to buy those. We'll ship them directly to his location. You guys don't have to get involved with any of that. But what all that will do is it'll create revenue streams on every single thing we do. So we'll be able to monetize the silver memberships. We'll be able to monetize the gold memberships. But guys, this right here, when I saw Paul develop this, I literally saw it yesterday, and it just clicked. I'm the insurance guy. I'm the real estate person. I remember the very first time as an insurance guy, another insurance guy came to my office. He was trying to get me to do something. He handed me a restaurant.com certificate, and it said $25 value. I was blown away that the guy would give that to me because I didn't know restaurant.com, right? And so it was the greatest thing in the world. I'm like, that was really generous of you, right? It's the same mindset that you're creating for every one of our partners. Listen, let me give you this. This is a gift, a special gift for us. And guess what? You'll be able to buy the gold memberships if he gives the gold membership to his a more special client.
Hey, Brad.
Yep.
In the auto business world, it would be amazing. I see dealerships buy packages of these for the sales clients, and I love this thing.
Yep. So guys, this is the prototype, all right? So we just got this literally this morning. Paul worked on it yesterday. This is our second revision. We're gonna send this out to you guys. All right, there's a couple things in here. This is kind of talking about some of the gold membership benefits. So we got to tailor this a little different. So there's some typos. There's some stuff you guys are gonna find. But here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna get this ready, and it's the same thing. I want to enable our sales reps. Well, guess what? I want you. Here's Carly. All right, she's on the call today. When she's walking into that dentist, the plumber, and so forth, this is the piece that she's going to leave, right? She's going to leave this piece, right, that says, hey, we want to give this to you. Here's a special gift, right? That's what we want to communicate, guys, is this power of this physical product is going to be a game changer for us putting that tangible piece in every one of these plumbers, the dentists, the doctors, everything, all right? So I just feel like this is a piece.
Say that one more time. Are you talking about utilizing this as a marketing piece?
Yes, Paul.
That's the door opener, baby. Door opener.
It is. Yeah.
And what do they get for this?
A $10 listing, David?
Right.
What do they get for the silver membership, Paul?
Yeah. All right. So, guys, we wanted to share this with you because this will begin this process. You are going to have the tools. We're going to have these things built for you guys, right? We're going to have this for our sales teams that begin to go out. They'll have this in part of their welcome kit when they come on board. They'll get these memberships, the silver, all those things. I'm just telling you guys, this was the piece that I needed in my brain to make it all come together, correct? It makes this a no-brainer for that plumber walking in after you just fix my drain, that he sits there and says, hey, thank you guys, and I'm branding his business, and guys, he can be buying these things from us directly. We all make money. Everybody wins through this process. So, all right, any questions on this, guys?
Brad, real quick, no, I love everything and everything. I got to roll, sorry guys, and that, but so the ELP is still live and everything as it stands right now, because I got an ELP appointment to run to right now. I can do that all. It's all still active, right?
I don't know. Call Paul after on your way. He'll tell you if it is or not. Call Paul. It might. I'm not sure if it's up or down right now because they were working on it.
Okay, yeah, because I got an appointment. Okay.
All right. See you, Mark.
Take care, guys.
Okay. I'm not answering that phone call, just so you know.
Exactly. Poor guy. He's like,
I can't call him. He's on this call.
Oh, wait.
Dude, I thought he hung up. Dang it.
So I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my clients, the only thing. So,
Mark, here's the deal. The bottom line is it is still up and running. What we're going to have to do is we're going to want to change people over. So if you just need to get it done today, then you can walk them through the process, and then we'll do an admin screen, you know what I mean, and we'll just re-sign him up secondarily with the new platform options. So take him through the process like you normally would.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to sign him up on that ELP and everything. I just want to make sure the old one was still active because I'm seeing so much new stuff here. So, okay.
All right, thank you.
No problem. I didn't want egg on my face was my plan.
You got it, man.
Anyway.
Nope.
All right, bye.
Later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you, Mark. All right, everybody tracking with this thing? That's where we're headed, guys, is to take this thing and really begin that process of making all the pieces, the marketing, all that stuff come together. But guys, I'm telling you, next week as we talk through the compensation model, I think you guys are going to see that we'll be able to get people out there with that $10, $20 listing, and get people out there to really make a significant impact in the local community. So pretty excited to be able to share that stuff with you guys next week. All right, any other thoughts or questions?
Brad, I have one question.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, we got the CPP model, we got the dentists, the chiropractors, whatever, who do the upgrading. They pay the, $249 up front, $99 a month, whatever it might be. Just kind of curious, because we've never really gone through this, but the home page of our platforms remains the same. Nothing's going to look different appearance-wise. How do you get to that dentist that's got the CPP? And then the subheaders of the other dentists that are paying the $10 per month. How do you find those? How are you directed to them? I mean, obviously when you go to the page of a rewards platform, they're not going to just be there, right?
Yeah. So what's going to, this is not the most recent one. Sorry guys. I got to get rid of a bunch of these stupid things. Sorry guys. Oh, here it is. So what's going to end up happening, Dino, is we're going to be changing the site, right? So when I click Shop Local, we're going to start having these categories that would show up, okay? So I might look at that dentist in that health and wellness, correct? So as I click on health and wellness on the site, when somebody clicks on Shop Local, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to click on, health and beauty, and this is going to be my hair and styling companies, correct? So I click on the hair and styling, and what's going to show up is that page, which is like this, correct? And these will be somehow the different positioning of the people that are paying more, the people that are paying less, and the combination of that. So it's all going to stem from the Shop Local dynamic.
So it's approximately a 3-click process to get to these CPPs that are paying the money.
Right. Or as you know, as we're going to start this off, we've got a process that's probably going to be a 2-step process until you start building this thing out. And eventually it becomes a 3-step process.
Yeah. But most of it will be used on your mobile, don't you think? I mean, that's where people will access it most, for the most part.
So let me give you guys an idea, and I'm going to kind of blow you guys away with this. As much as you and I all think that the mobile is everything, right? Here's how the majority of people, to just give you guys a perspective, right? So we just did an analysis of the number of gold memberships that we sold last year, and guys, we have less than 20,000 gold members, right, that have been put on the system, all right? How many, and this is just, and all we did is we actually did a search. This was actually just from last April to at the end of the year, and realize we were putting on gold members, about 2,000 people, 3,000 a month, starting in April last year. So imagine this thing's growing, 3,000. Now we got 6,000. Now it's 9,000. Okay, how many redemptions do you think we have received in that 8-month period of time?
On the shop online?
Just no. Just the access deals. Just the access deals, the local deals from Access. So here's these gold members. We have 20,000 of them that we put on from April last year to December, right? Those people went to the local deals, which is Access, right? And how many redemptions do you think we had from Access?
1,216.
127,000 redemptions.
Wow. That's huge.
Guys, huge. I had no idea. Now,
I would never have guessed that.
No. Now,
I would say 100. I was going to say 100.
Okay. I would tell you right now, okay, I'm going to take off, and Paul and I were joking about this, but we're going to take off 30,000 of them and say they were us internally. Correct? Be generous and take away 40,000, right? And say out of the 127, that let's just make it stupid and say there's only 80,000 redemptions. Is that still mind-boggling?
Wow.
Are people using the deals? Guys, they're using the deals. This is redemptions, right? Now, we were able to go check out the stats, and guess what? Not 80% of it, 85% of it was food.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, as much as you guys, we've all had issues with Access, and I had a little bit, we've had a couple challenges, but Paul, I asked Paul, I'm like, okay, Paul, I need you to just be generous and say, how many issues did we have people called us and had complaints that we had to deal with? And he goes, Brad, honestly, less than 100. And he goes, I'm being way generous on that. All right? And so I'm sitting here going, guys, we had massive amount of redemptions, right? Massive amount. Now, here's the difference. We track whether it's mobile or we track whether it is print. Guess what? 82% of all the redemptions were print. Does that blow you guys away?
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, this is great information. Can you send that to us or something? This is really valuable information to talk to these people about because it's.
I will.
Yeah, for us to argue with.
Guys, it blew me away. I'm like, we had our programmer. I'm like, okay, redo that because I don't believe that. There's no way we had that many redemptions. He's like, Brad, we track every single one of them.
And the important thing about that data you just told us is the fact that they're going to want to pay the $300 or $400 a month to be the top tier on the website, because that's just underneath the current environment to where they're just all listed with everybody. Imagine if they were number 2 or number 3, how many more redemptions and prints they're going to have on the website.
Well, and think about, guys, when we migrate all this to mobile, and so when you click on the 12 categories, I mean, think about it, guys. When I click the 12 categories right here, right, and on my mobile, and it says food and drink or things to do, or local services, and guys, as we start off, that you have the dentist category, and if I got 90 dentists in there, because the $10 guy will be in there, right? But guess what? All the people that are CPP, they'll be automatically pushed up top. Does that make sense? They will be the ones that get more exposure, and just like you guys know, how many of you on a search, whether it's Google or Bing or Yahoo or whatever, how many of you guys go to the second page?
Never.
Never, right? So that advertisement spot will be something of significant value, guys, as we build that. So
why do you think that redemption is so high on there? And that's crazy to me.
Well, I'm going to give you an example. David, we have 2 restaurants in my area right here that we use 7 times a month right now in their Access.
I'm just talking about the print versus mobile.
Yeah, because I think people are used to printing coupons, man.
Yeah.
They're just used to printing coupons. And guess what? If I might have had a problem with my phone, right, but I walked in with a piece of paper that had it printed on there, guess what? I'm telling you, man, that's hard for the business owner to gripe about that. Does that make sense? It's got its logo in there. I just think it's a different type of deal. Go ahead.
Now, a lot of times too, you've got cell phone, the signal's not strong enough, whatever. So we walked in before, try to redeem it. You can't even open the app, any kind of app. So I think that printing aspect, the fact that we do both is fantastic. But I can, my wife, just so you know, she's the only person who goes to the second page of Google because she feels bad for those companies. Just so you know.
There's somebody there. I got it. I love it.
But it's so crazy, though, because all of the market analysis say that, mobile advertising is where everything is going.
But it is, bro. But you know what? We're all used to doing coupons, man. And there's enough. So I just think it's interesting to see that. All right. I think it's going to get less and less, and I think the mobile phones are getting better and better. I think it's going to be interesting, guys. So I'm just giving you guys some dynamics. We're going to be able to sell this thing very well, and I think, guys, having this $10 reciprocity, give this away, is going to be a game changer for business, for us to approach the local communities. I think they're going to see what we're doing, and they're absolutely going to love they're going to want to be a part of this. They're absolutely going to love to be a part of this. All right? So I just think, guys, we're going to have some great discussions on this, but I just wanted to share with you guys, here's a couple other looks we're looking at. You know what I mean? How to design those pages. We got a lot more work to do, guys, before we put all this together. But I just wanted to share with you guys that's where we're headed. So here's one last thing. This right here is going to be super powerful. All right. So you guys are going to come in here, the rewards network. Okay. I'm coming back in here. It might have kicked me out of here, guys. Sorry. It might come back in here. It kicks me out. But imagine as I come back here, gold memberships, all right, or silver, or all these things, you're going to basically set the parameters of this entire deal. So you're coming in here, all right, look at this. We should have showed this earlier. Create a new merchant account, okay. Are you going to give the employer program for free? So what this is going to set up is when I walk into that dentist, I'm going to come in here, because I'm going to show him the ELP, and he goes, hey, this is awesome. He goes, well, great. I just want to give this to my employees. I don't care about being listed in your group. Awesome. You set up the platform free of charge. You go, hey, this guy upgrades himself, and he goes, hey, I want to be a listing. Awesome. All right. You come in here and say, hey, I'm going to charge you $50 a month. All right. Or, it's $500 a year for that listing. Great. And so what this will set up, okay, what this is going to set up, guys, is the parameters done. So now you got in there, you showed him everything. He goes, man, I love this. You're going to go create the platform for him, okay? It's going to create a URL link, right? He's going to be able to, it'll send it to him. He'll be able to view the contract, and he'll be able to view everything that you've set up. He'll be able to make modifications to this. But what you're doing is you're setting the parameters behind the scenes. So if you're going to sell this guy at $200 and the next guy at $150, just realize you're going to have the ability to do that. So and the reason why we're doing this, guys, is what? Ken is going to be able to sell the car dealership with this for $500 a month. Easy, right? Easy, right? No question. At $500 a month, because what that business owner, that car dealership wants, he wants to give away 500 of those silver memberships out every single month, correct? That's what he wants. So Ken's going to be able to charge a little different fee for that. But then he walks into the nail salon, and I'd love to give this. And so what Ken does, he goes, you know what? I'm going to make it $100 for you, okay? What we're going to be able to start doing is we're going to be able to build some analytics that will be able to set some price structures that will know what industries are willing to pay more, which ones are willing to pay less. So as we go out there and get the next group of people in our network, agents working with us, we'll know what those parameters really do look like. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the thing that you're going to be able to do. So you'll have the ELP that you can modify. You'll be able to have the community partner program. So you'll choose what programs you're going in, creates an activation code. Boom. And that activation code, literally, it kind of takes you exactly, it's like this. So I'm going to show you really quick what this looks like. What it's going to look like. Sorry, guys, if I do this. Oh, here it is. it's going to take you just like this, and you will get CC'd on this, so you'll have the link as well, but it's this right here. It takes you just to this page. You put in the activation code, and that triggers all the parameters. So he'll log in, he'll see his name in there because you probably got it. If I got the wrong spelling, you can correct it, and it's a really simple process because what Ken just did is he set up the entire program based upon what he wants to sell this for. You guys tracking?
Yeah. So can you go back to that last screen, Brad?
Uh-huh.
It had the, so like right there, if Ken's going to charge $500, that's yearly fee or whatever, what are we setting up with how many silver memberships do they get for that to hand out?
Yeah, so he'll be able to go up here, all right? And now I'm honestly, David, I'm in the ELP program right now, but the same thing's going to happen. You're going to be able to go into that program on the community partner program, and you're going to default how many memberships you want to give on the setup. You'll default how many you want to give on the monthly, all that type of stuff.
But that doesn't cost. So we base that ourselves on what they're paying, willing to pay, and then does that cost us something to give those out?
Okay. No, but it's your leverage, correct?
Right.
It's your leverage.
If I say I'm gonna set you up with $1,000 a year to be a CPP partner, you're gonna get 50 of these a month or whatever, silver memberships.
Yep.
Or if I wanted to say 100 a month or whatever.
Yep. We'll be able to have that type of control.
Does that include the cost to mail out the little sample demo you showed with my business?
Right.
Little brochure with the tracker?
No, it's so on the sign up. We're gonna once we get all the pricing, guys, and this probably will be something that we'll add in there as well. Out of that setup fee of $299, okay, we're pricing in probably 50 of those scratchers right there. That'll be personalized to theirs. You'll have an option to say, hey, because the guy's looking at this, he might go, gosh, I'd like to get I need 100 of those, Mitch. And so we'll have a price point. You can resell him there and buy more, and that's probably
what we're order more later.
He can do that as well.
Yeah, cool.
So, guys, this is all the stuff. So we've been working this entire week since last weekend, literally to change a lot of this structure to give you guys all the control, put all the pieces there, and now build all the mechanics behind the scenes to really make this thing really dynamic for everybody. You guys like it?
Oh, it's awesome. The whole opportunity to now instantly put somebody in there, and I guess I'm probably more excited because I have such a product that I know that I could go out.
Exactly.
I can go out. She doesn't have those relationships like Ken does. She's going to go in door to door. It's just going to be a lot easier for her to show up and say, hey, we're going to give you this, and when people start asking those questions, or she's going to push them into those questions to show them, hey, even the little plumber can still be on here, and we're still making some money off of them.
That's right. Love it.
So, Brad, one thing because we've covered a few things, if we talk to a couple of other merchants that we were just trying to get a free offer up in our area, at this point going forward, for anything other than restaurants, they can't just provide a free offer and say, well, I don't care about an ELP program. I don't want to pay $10 a month. That's going to be the only option.
No, it's a great. I'm glad you asked that. So guess what, Mitch? I want you to have control, correct? So you're going to be able to sit there and go, guess what? I'm going to give you the ELP program for free. Guy says, I don't really care, but you want his offer? No problem. You go free of charge, and you'll be able to set him in the entire category. Does that make sense? And you can pick his offer, make it available to everybody, but you don't have to collect any money. So we're going to give you both options.
But here's what you could do. You could go back and sell them on the way that he could use this for his clients.
Absolutely.
His
Yeah,
customers.
I get it. Or say, hey, try it out. I'm going to give it to you free for the rest of this year, and then you're going to have to pay to be for that gives us a little bit of room.
Exactly,
on the
Mitch.
people we've already talked to.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
On the business category, I know it looks like a drop down. Is it going to be? We mentioned it before that you'll be able to choose many categories if need be. Is that drop down allow you to choose more than one category?
Yeah, there'll be a dynamic here that you'll be able to, there'll be a subset menu. Yep.
Is there going to be an expiration drop down or anything like that? So it shows you when the year is up or coming up?
Say that again, Dino?
Is there going to be some type of a timeline drop down box or something where you enter a date and it's going to notify us maybe 3 months in advance that they're coming up to their 1 year anniversary or something like that?
That's a great question. So, well, there's two things. We're going to build all this stuff to auto renew. Nothing's going to be. They're going to have to call us, and there's no contract, correct? So we're going to set everything up. It's auto. If you go monthly, if you want to stop, you contact us and we stop. Right? If you pay annually, guess what? We're going to bill your credit card the next year for an annual. So everything will be auto renewal. So there won't be a expiration. The only thing I think about an expiration is just what Mitch said is, hey, I'm going to set you up, Dino, for free for the next 6 months.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's probably really valid, guys, that we probably want to build that in there. So that's a great point.
Same thing too, Brad. Like if our businesses are giving out these silver memberships and then people are upgrading to gold, they pay the extra $25 to upgrade to gold, so now they're a gold member. As soon as they do that, it's a year. Is that going to be auto renew too? So we're
Hey Tony, how's it going?
Yep. Guys, everything we want to do, it will be $10. It was just constantly there. You forgot about it. So
like my Spotify account, or whatever that
exactly.
I don't use every day, but I get charged.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep. Okay. Any other thoughts, guys? I'm so sorry, man, that we went much longer, but there's just a lot here, and I'm jacked because this is going to be. I think you guys are going to love it. So next week we're going to talk about comp. We're going to talk about how we go build this quick. And guys, we're on pace, man. We got pushed back a week, so we're on pace to be ready to rock and roll. I think by the 16th. So that's what we're shooting hard for. All right. And so next week, all the big programming stuff right now is being modified on the back end. Where you guys will go into your CMA account, you'll be able to choose your merchants, make them silver, gold offers only. All that stuff is being finalized. So we're getting close.
Hey, Brad, just in case we're not, can you go ahead and give me a paper contract so I'm going to start taking money on the 16th anyway?
We'll have it, bro. Yeah, I know. We're going to have it, man. We're going to have it. Guys, you guys are going to love, I think, where we're headed with this whole thing. So, be good.
Hey, Brad, one last
Thank
thing.
you, guys.
Dino. See you, Kim.
Just one last thing.
Dino.
People ask me about how many members we have currently, locally, nationally, et cetera, et cetera. And someone made a good point earlier. Something else that might be helpful is those statistics. If you guys are going to send those, that'd be great. As far as, how many people are redeeming, how much of it is food, how much is it, out of how many memberships or, X percent of memberships have redeemed, et cetera. Those are always helpful bits of information.
Perfect. I will work on putting a stat sheet together for that. Absolutely. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great Friday, and be looking for some things next week. I'm going to send this silver membership out to you guys so you guys can see it, and that way we can really get some eyes on this, guys, because we want to get this thing set up and get some of these things ordered literally probably in the next week or so to make this so we get them for you guys and have templates for us ready to roll.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks. Have a good
Okay.
weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.